Good evening, everybody. Sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulties there at the beginning. Good evening, Braincast. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, everybody is doing pretty good. Good on my side. Little slow this evening. So, everybody, I appreciate your patience. We are going to play a couple Game Jam entries from some people whose Discord I am on and people who are in my Discord. So, we're just going to have a little fun tonight. I do not have chat up. If you guys can't tell from the image here, let me put this up. So if you guys can't tell from the image here, I don't have my usual lighting system. I actually broke my ring light. Check this out. The entire the wiring came out on the whole thing. So I've got my soldering iron over here, and I'm getting everything put back together. So it'll look a little off for the next couple streams, so everybody be patient with me while I get that put back together. So in the meantime, this is what you get. You get to stare at my ugly mug and nothing else around me. So, all right, let's get to it. So first one is Wrecking Bob. This is by a newcomer in my Discord, Zuzu81. So let's take a look at what you got here. I believe you did the music on this one, yes? Eat hot dogs to increase your mass, left click to grapple, and right click for rigid beam. Let's see what we got. Okay, I don't hear anything. Uh-oh. I broke it already. Oh, that may be a quit, but since we're in browser. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got 3D. Cool. Okay, there's the grapple. What was the other? Oh, okay. I see. Okay, this is kind of cool. I've never seen mechanics like this before. The depth of field is actually really interesting. It's almost a bit too much. Oh, wait. For being condemned for being an eyesore. Oh, that's cool. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Did I complete it? Do you have a leaderboard in here? Outside of like competitive game jams, I don't think I've seen too many that actually have a leaderboard. But it appears to have lagged out right here. I'm going to reset. All right, let's try this again. It's really fun using this higher up. That is really satisfying. The probably the only real complaint I have, like, I'm getting used to it now. I would like to see a the crosshair. What are those called? Reticulars? I don't know what they're actually called, but it's a little hard to pinpoint specifically what I'm latching onto. Having that would make it a little bit easier. See, I did it again. I'm not sure what's causing it to do that. So I think the mechanic is really cool. The mechanic is there. A little bit more refinement on it. The controls are a little awkward. So I think having that crosshair so that we know what we're latching onto, or maybe snap it so that you are pulling yourself towards a specific thing might help. And a little bit more refinement on specifically what you're trying to do. I know I'm supposed to get the hot dogs, but I don't see like why it's prompting me for my name and then getting stuck here. The sound effects are there. Maybe a little bit of music would be good. But this is a really unique concept. I've never seen something kind of like this where you are pulling yourself to it. Just the demolition mechanic would be really cool in a game. So I think you should keep going with this idea of like the destruction. So really, really cool idea. Good job. All right, next up is Urumi by OliveOrange. Olive is a member of Catherine the Multitasker's Discord group. So if you guys are not in that Discord group, highly recommend it. Catherine's working on a really cool project as well, where she does 100 games in a year. She's streaming that development over on Twitch. Highly recommend her channel as well. So if you're over on Twitch, follow her. All right, let's see what we got. You are a fluffy weapon of mass destruction, a cat who wants to bring wreckage to everything in the house before your owner gets home. Use what you find to your advantage and rack up points. Let's see what we got. And D to go left and right. Q to go left on, okay, that's not me. S to go down platforms. Right click to move. Space to jump, left click to swipe. F to eat power-ups. Hold left button or F to slide down curtains and paintings. Okay, so we might have to play this a couple times. Oh, 5 beginners. Cool. Man, good for you guys for working together. First time creating a game. We all created all the assets too. All right, let's jump in it. That's really cool. You don't see a whole lot of animated title screens. This is cool. You got your options in there working. Cool. Cool. I love it. Okay, right mouse button to poop. Okay, F to eat power-ups. I love the physics mechanic. That is so fun. Oh, I didn't even think about trying to push him off that way. Oh, so there's a multiplier. Oh, I see. Oh, what did I hit? Oh, was it the knife? Yeah, it's the knife. Okay. Okay, I don't know what I hit that time. That's really fun. I gotta try that again. Okay. So where does it have the timer? Oh, okay. I see it up in the corner now. This is so much fun. I don't think I've ever played another game where you are trying to be a cat and cause destruction. Could you fling your poop? That's an awesome idea. I'm curious what if you guys were just making this game for fun, or if you were trying to do it for a game jam or something. Born to Destroy, yes. Very, very cool idea. I would love to see like a leaderboard on this. I know that you said you were a 5 beginner, so might be a little bit advanced. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is for Pirate Software. Very cool. We were actually starting to work on this, but we did not have the opportunity to get it done. I forgot what the theme was on this. Wasn't it You Are the Weapon, I think? Is that what it was? Yes. So very, very cool take on that. I love using the cat as being the weapon. Really, really unique idea. This was cool. So you've got all the pieces in there. The sound effects were in there. The movement controller felt very intuitive for the most part. Probably about the one piece that I would recommend. The controls feel too much. I think the ASDW worked fairly well. Let me go back into this real quick. Okay, so I didn't notice it the first time because it didn't explicitly say it. But you also have space to jump. Oh, but you can also use W, which I think is more intuitive since you are already using A and D for left and right, and then S for down, W for jump makes sense. Space works, but I think having it all in one hand is a little bit more intuitive. And then to have F right next to it feels a little awkward. I wasn't able to eat the power-ups as much as I wanted. You're using both right click and left click. It's a lot on the hands. Typically when you are doing especially smaller game jams like this, reduce the amount of input actions that you have. So typically you'll have just your movement controller, your ASDW, and maybe 1 or 2 button inputs. Here it feels like too much on the hands for using a keyboard. So you might pare it down just a little bit. Just my opinion. You don't have to. All the controls like make sense. Like the sliding down the curtains makes sense. Eating power-ups makes sense. Maybe instead remove F and just have it automatically eat inputs. Just my opinion, though. So, all around, you guys have a fantastic one, especially for being 5 beginners. You guys did really good. Good polish in here. The story's cool. You are the weapon. It's cute at the same time. Really good job all around. Good job, guys. Okay, last one is Catherine the Multitasker. Let's see, do we have all the... Yes, we do. And I believe Catherine said she did the art on this one, so I am very curious. I always love to watch her stream and see her work. Okay, in this cozy shop sim, you play as a minimum wage dragon named Nyx. But not all is as cozy as it seems. In this capitalism-themed comfort game, something about Nyx stands out among the cute critters. She has a fire in her belly, and you better not get on her bad side. With patience wearing thin, can you help her avoid getting fired? I didn't realize this was also for Pirate Jam. Very cool. Okay. WASD. E to interact. Mouse and left click to grab and scan. Mouse aims where fireballs will go. Okay. So what are we using in this, Godot? Oh, this is so cool already. somewhere on here, I would like to see who did what, because already, like, I'm loving the visual style, loving the audio. So I'd be curious who did it. So you might specify that in either the credits or down below. Cool. Whoever set this, thank you. This is one of my pet peeves, when people start at like that all the time and then it's blaringly loud. So whoever started it at like 30%, good on you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see what we got. Hey, new guy, head behind the counter when you hear the counter bell. Okay, here is... I'm assuming this is the bell, the desk. E to check out. Cool. First customer of the day. God, the 3D effects are really cool. Hover your mouse over me or anything else. If you press and hold the left mouse, you can pick something up. Okay. If you release the button, you'll let go of what you're holding. Now, pick me up so we can get to scanning some merch. Okay. As long as it's scanned, drop the item in the bag. Okay. Where do we scan? How do we tell what is scanned? Okay, grab just enough money for their total and drop it in the jar. But don't take too much, because I only got so much change to give out. Okay. Okay. But how much change am I supposed to give them? I'm just gonna keep the whole thing. Ooh, I think I made them mad. Try to do your cashier. I'm gonna read the instructions real quick. Try to do your cashier job correctly. Scan all the items and don't take too much of the customer's money. Only grab just enough. Taking too much means you have to give more of the limited change, which can result in you. Good twist. I was not expecting the metal version to be in there. Okay. Time being a poor cashier and customer actions lower your patience meter. Each time you let it hit 0. Okay, more stress means more fireballs, so watch out. You can raise your patience by cleaning up the store and having a good cry in the break room. Okay, let's try this again. So, oh, cool. There's the... I guess this is the break room. That's cool. Okay, so I hear the bell going. Okay. So my biggest question with this is, how do we know how much it costs? Oh, this is the rainbow snail icon. You were telling me about this. So I've collected 25. See, I don't see how I'm supposed to know how much an item costs. So the mechanics are there, the music's there, the art is fantastic. I would say a little bit more focus on that core game loop. I feel like I'm missing some sort of piece here. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to be, how much change or how much each item costs. God, I would play an entire game just of this, like destroying the cute little creatures with a dragon's fireball. Very, very cool idea. I really like that. Is this for the, yeah, this is for the you are the weapon as well. So starts out you're not the weapon, but then at the end when you get to destroy everything, like you've got two entirely separate game modes, and it's really cool. Just a little more focus on that UI element, so you know like how much change to give, and like how much items cost. I think that would be one focus, and then yeah, if you'll put it who did what, I'd really like to see that in the credits. Very cool though. All right, so with the remaining time, I am just going to pull up what I am currently working on. For those of you who don't know, I am Mitchell with Brainfart Studio, and I am currently working on my own game jam project called Murder of Crows. We'll bring that up. This is for GDKO 2025. It's a game dev tournament. Let me do some GitHub stuff here real quick. Everybody bear with me for a moment. So while this is going, I'll go ahead and talk about GDKO. So GDKO is a game developer tournament. I have placed 13th out of, I think it's 211 in the first round, so I will take that. Almost broke the top 10. Currently working on round 2, which our challenge is to create a story that is very engaging, but we have 2 additional pieces that we have to do. The first is we have to use an animal that is not the main character, and the second piece is that we have to have a projectile. So we are supposed to be on git checkout feature upgrades, git pull origin feature upgrades. All right, cool. We're already up to date. So what I have decided to do is I am creating a top-down shooter where you are a scarecrow, and rather than, you know, firing a gun, you are using your group of crows, the crows that you have collected, the murder of crows. For those of you who don't know, a group of crows is called a murder, which I really like that idea. So I am using the murder of crows themselves as the projectiles. So you don't play as the crow, you launch the crows. I thought that was an interesting idea, and you have to collect the souls on behalf of the Grim Reaper, something like that. I haven't made it that far into the story part. I'm focused on just the gameplay and the mechanics so far. We got this challenge on the 1st. It is now the 3rd of February, and this is what I have so far. Most of the core loop is there. So we have our little countdown. We have our character that moves, aims towards the mouse. You can fire off your little crows. Enemies will spawn from 4 directions. There are souls that pop up on the ground, and as you move towards them, then you have some upgrades that are here. I currently have, I'd say, like 6 different upgrades. Oh, I can turn some of those back on. Hold on. There we go. Now it'll be a little bit more random. It doesn't look pretty at the moment. I'm aware of that. I always like to focus on the core gameplay, that game loop first, to make sure everything feels good. And then once I know everything feels good, I'll use like the last week to go back and do the polish, the artwork, all that part. So I have 3 upgrades here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it on stream, but it is attack speed, score multiplier, and move speed. I'm going to take the attack speed. You can already see it's going a little bit faster there. we go. We've got a damage multiplier and experience magnet, so you can pull those souls in a little bit more. I need to rename it to soul magnet or something, but we'll get there. And a move speed. And you can see each wave, they get faster and faster. Right now, there is like kind of an infinite scaling thing that is in there. Although I do want to add essentially a wave functionality so that I can add new enemy types and things like that. But I haven't made it yet. You can see the attack speed is a little bit overpowered at the moment, but all the core functionality for the most part is there. Let's see, score multiplier. We'll do score multiplier. Right now, everything's just set to, I think it's 100 per enemy. And yeah, I see now there on the score pop-up, we have 125. So there's about a half a dozen different upgrades so far, I believe. There is, you can improve the maximum health. Let's see, I can pull them up real quick. We have an attack speed, damage multiplier, increase the amount of experience dropped per kill, an experience magnet so that you can pull them in from farther away, maximum health, move speed, and a score multiplier. So that's what I've got so far. Not bad for, I think, what did I say, 3 days? Yeah, that's 3 days work. So the game already feels pretty darn good. Just a few minor pieces that I still want to add, and then it's just a lot of refining and the polish elements. So I'm really happy with. Here, I'm gonna get that off here because I feel really tiny in there. So I feel like I'm making really good progress so far. I'm happy with it. I think it is going to do really good in this round. The main challenges we have are to, like I said, make the story engaging, and I think having the little cutscene with the Grim Reaper and kind of explaining he's going on vacation and you have to survive by gathering souls is an interesting idea. I think that could work really well. Second is, do you have an animal that is not the main character but is essential to gameplay? I made them the projectiles, so hopefully that's a good way to tie it in. The third is, does your story, the animal, and the projectile work well together? That's why I chose this. And then the last one is your game free from bugs, which is why I'm trying to do as much as I can now and then go back and fix the bugs with, this whole first week. We'll spend the second week on polish and stuff like that. So I feel like it's a very solid entry so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this round turns out. Next round is one of my favorites. It is the dev versus dev round, and we are recreating classic games. It's always been one of my favorite rounds, so I'm looking forward to it. Anywho, that's all that I have for this evening. I'm not going to be doing any actual development work tonight. My brain is fried. It has been a very long day at work, so I am hopping off here and going to get some exercise in. I will have the regular stream. I take it back. I will not have my normal Thursday night stream. We have a family event that night. For those of you who don't know, my wife and my kids always come first, so I will not have my normal Thursday stream, but I will be back on Monday, and we will start streaming some of the GDKO entries next Thursday. That is the 13th. That is the deadline, so we will start streaming some of those that night. So thank you guys for showing up tonight. If you are here, again, I am Mitchell with Brainfart Studio. I am a game developer for about 3 years now, just a hobbyist, but I'm trying to move this into a full-time thing. So if you want to see what that process is like and want to get some game dev info, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. And thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. I will see you again, not Thursday, next Monday. Have a good evening.